I have a question for you. If financial advice actually worked, why there are millions of people watching finance videos every single day and still feeling confused about money? Think about it. You can learn investing on YouTube, you can learn budgeting on Instagram, you can learn about stocks, mutual funds, real estate, crypto, fire, and side hustle for absolutely free. And yet, most of people still don't know what to do with their money. Why? I think it's because we have been sold a lie. The lie is that there is a correct way to manage money, but there isn't. And before you think I am making some philosophical argument, let's talk about actual definition of financial. Financial planning is the process of creating a financial roadmap based on goals, needs, and circumstances of a specific person. Notice something important. It doesn't say create one plan that works for everyone because that would be ridiculous. A 25-year-old software engineer living alone in Bangalore cannot have the same financial plan as a 45 years old parent with two children. Their goals are different, their responsibilities are different, their risk tolerance is also different. Then why does the internet give everyone the same advice? Buy a house, invest in index funds, save 20%, start a side hustle, stop buying coffee. And that's why I think most of the financial advice is useless. Not because it's wrong, but because it's designed for everyone. And advice designed for everyone usually works for no one. Let's take one of the most common piece of financial advice on the internet. Save 20% of your income. Sounds like great advice, right? But let me ask you one question. Why 20%? Why not 10%? Why not 40%? And who decided that this magical number should work for everyone? Imagine two people. One person is 25 years old, unmarried, earns 50,000 a month and wants to retire at 40. Person B is 45 years old, has two children, earns 2 lakh rupee per month and wants to fund their children's education. Should both of them save exactly 20% of their income? Of course not. Because financial planning was never supposed to work like a school syllabus where everyone gets the same answer. In fact, one of the first thing you learn in finance is that every financial plan begins with one question. What are your goals? Not with what stocks do you buy? What mutual fund do you invest in? How much money should you save? But what kind of life you are trying to build? And this is exactly where most financial advices fail. Financial advice on internet isn't designed for you. It's designed for everyone. And advices designed for everyone is too generic to be useful for anyone. Let's take another most famous financial advice of all time. Stop buying coffee. अरे भाई कॉफी ने क्या बिगाड़ा है? Now mathematically this advice is correct. If you save 200 rupees every single day and invest it for 30 years, you will have a lot of money. But there is a problem. Nobody becomes rich because they have stopped buying coffee. People become wealthy because they increase their income, build assets, and made good long term decisions. So, why do we keep hearing this advice? Because it's easier to tell someone to stop spending 200 a month than to tell them they might need to completely rethink their career, their skills, their lifestyle. It's like telling an overweight person you should drink one less can of coffee. Technically helpful, practically it's irrelevant. But if this is true, then why do millions of people, including me at one point, keep consuming financial advice every single day? I think there are three reasons. Reason number one, it ignores human behavior. Everyone says invest for long term. Sounds simple until the market falls 40%. Suddenly, investing isn't about finance anymore, it's about fear. And most financial advice completely ignores emotions. Reason number two, it ignores your goals. For example, do you want to retire at 40? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to travel the world? Or do you want stability? Because all of these goals require completely different financial strategies. There isn't one definition of success, so there can't be one financial roadmap too. Reason number three, it optimizes money instead of life. This one took me years to understand. Sometimes the mathematically correct decision is the wrong life decision. For example, should you invest every single rupee? Maybe. But what if you are 25 and you have never traveled? What if you never explored your interest? What if you optimize your portfolio but forget to build a life you actually enjoy? At same point, money stops being the goal and starts becoming a tool. So, here is what I actually think. The best financial advice has nothing to do with money. It has to do with optionality because money is valuable for only one reason. It buys you choices. The choice to leave a bad job, the choice to take a break, the choice to move cities, the choice to start over, the choice to say no. And this explains something really strange. Why do some people earn 50 lakh rupees feeling trapped while others earning 10 lakh feel free? Because one optimized for income and other optimized for optionality. And honestly, I think optionality is the real definition of wealth. So if most financial advice is useless, what should we do instead? I think there are only five questions that matter. Question number one, what kind of life do you actually want? Not what society wants, not what Instagram wants, what you want. Because your financial strategy should serve your life, not the other way around. Question number two, what gives me more options in the future? Before every financial decision, ask, will this increase my freedom or reduce it? A bigger salary with bigger expense may reduce freedom. A smaller salary with more flexibility may increase it. Number three, what risk can I survive? Because success isn't about avoiding risk, it's about surviving risk. Build savings, build skills, build relationships, build things that allow you to recover. Question number four, what skills make me anti fragile? Job disappear, industry change, market crash, skill compound. The more thing you can do, the more options you create. And finally, the question number five, am I building wealth or just looking wealthy? Because there are two completely different games. One buys status, the other buys freedom. And eventually, you'll have to decide which game you are playing. So, yes, I think most financial advice is useless. Not because it's wrong, but because it's incomplete. Because money isn't about maximizing returns, it's about maximizing your ability to live life on your own terms. And maybe the question we should stop asking is, how do I become rich? And start asking, what kind of life I am trying to buy? This is Kritika, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.